I really don't understand how the Dodgers keep getting away with these things, but they basically just got another Yoshinobu Yamamoto for a fraction of the price in Roki Sasaki, and he is everything that people hyped him up to be and more. He has a splitter that nobody else throws on the planet. Not even Yamamoto throws a splitter like his. We're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into what a steal it is to have this dude for $6.5 million and what I predict he's going to be capable of doing this season, given what he's already done in Japan and sort of the level increase of facing major league hitters, how that's going to impact him. So we're going to get into this. Roki Sasaki is the secret weapon of the Dodgers. I can't believe that they have 10 starting pitchers. It's absurd. And this dude is one of the best pitchers to come out of Japan ever. And the fact that he can't even sign for like a big time contract yet is just what makes it even crazier. Because when he signs for that big contract in 2 years, when the Dodgers won like another World Series, it's going to be stupid. And when you look at his stats from Japan, so before that, let's compare their contracts. In terms of stats, Sasaki's more of like a flamethrower than Yamamoto. Yamamoto still throws hard, obviously, but he put together better stats. And his contract is 12 years, $325 million. He got a $50 million signing bonus, where Sasaki has a $6.5 million signing bonus and is on a minor league contract. They both are going to give you very similar output in terms of what they'll do on the field this year for the Dodgers. And that's what makes it ridiculous that they can just get away with signing these dudes. I mean, he put together a 30-15 record, a career 2.02 ERA with 524 strikeouts in 4 years in Japan, where Yamamoto threw a no-hitter. He won the Saramura Award twice. He won the MVP as a pitcher, which is insane. And when you look at their stats, like Sasaki in 2023, that was his peak. I think he can get back to that level, but he just hasn't yet. Every year since he was 20 years old, he has had at least nothing north of a 2.5 ERA. His worst season was last year at a 2.35, which is just crazy to think about. The other day, he went 3 innings in spring training. First time out there that they reported he's been up to 99, and he ended up sitting 98. We'll go through some of that data as well. But when you look at the stats, and you look at the stats of Yamamoto, obviously Yamamoto's a little bit more polished, no doubt about it. But Sasaki's younger, and age for age, it's very similar. Yamamoto threw some more innings, though. And I still don't see Sasaki not getting, like, at least similar in terms of the contract that he would have received. So when you put all that together, they've basically gotten another Yamamoto for dirt cheap. Literally, like, the cheapest that you could pay any player. You could get Trevor Bauer for this price. Like, there's nothing you could do cheaper than that. And Roki Sasaki is a premier pitcher. I mean, he put together an unreal outing yesterday. Topped at 99.2. Basically sat 99. And everything about him was on display. He has a disgusting splitter that everybody's oozing over now. And I don't foresee anybody throwing a splitter like this in baseball. At an 87% whiff rate, when we look at the video of it, the way he's able to match planes in terms of the pitch tunneling with his fastball, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, these are all his pitches thrown. That is such a tight window. Because some people, like, it's hard to come out of the exact perfect release every single time. And when Pitching Ninja did the overlay of this, it is pretty nuts. I mean, look at how precise this is. That was a splitter. The thing is devastating at 86. I mean, it is like almost spot on how perfect his release point is on both of these pitches. You can barely tell. Let me try to stop it right where he releases it. This is going to be tricky on Twitter. This is the overlay? No, this is the overlay. Here we go. Overlay. Look at his hand. It's in like the perfect spot. The mechanics are the same. The catcher's in a different spot. The hitter's in a different spot. Look at where his hand is. The ball came out in the exact same location. Usually tunneling like that only happens at the major league level. And when he's 23 doing this, it's pretty exciting. These are all his strikeouts. His splitter is very much downward plane as opposed to like some fade like most people's splitters. So that is unique. And he's a mammoth human being. So when you look at all this, somebody broke it down. Jacob Brownson on X, he did a great display of it. Like most people, they get splitters that fade a little bit. Sasaki, he has a spin rate that is only 518 RPMs, where the average is 1,000 to 15,000 RPMs. I know when I personally throw my splitter, it's about 1,000 to 12,000. So it's like the same idea as these guys. And I mean, he's throwing this at 86 to 87. That's very firm for a splitter. I mean, look at this. Just boom. I mean, you can't really, as a hitter, you don't know if that's going to hold plane and just end up at his face mask with a fastball at 99, or it's going to hit the dirt with a splitter. It's pretty ridiculous. Is this the fastball? Oh, this is yeah. So another thing that this guy Jacob went through and explained is when he throws a splitter, since it's so low RPM, when it fades down at 500 RPMs, it's almost knuckleball like, where you don't know if it's going to go this way or it's going to go this way. So sometimes he gets cut action on it, like that one, where it almost looks like he threw a slider even though it's a splitter. And other times he gets either complete downhill depth or a slight tail to it. It's pretty cool. I think the splitter is going to be a pitch that more and more people throw over time. I've been throwing a splitter since I was young. I think it's way easier to command than a changeup, especially if you're a pitcher where you have more of a supination bias, where you tend to cut the ball, get good slider action, good curveball action. Learning a splitter is a good option as opposed to trying to learn like a Devin Williams airbender. You're way better off trying to learn a splitter that you can throw straight and just throw it like a fastball, and whatever happens, happens. I think that is a way better option for learning the splitter, or learning a changeup type pitch in that category. I mean, one outing, 3 innings, 5 Ks, 0 ERA. It's going to be exciting to watch him the rest of spring training. I think he's going to have a dominant year. The fact that they have Blake Snell too, and then Glasnow's back healthy, and they won the World Series last year without any of these dudes, it's stupid. They're paying him $182 million, so even Blake Snell, that's a steal. And when you look at the data for Sasaki, you see how this splitter here, sometimes it goes this way, sometimes it cuts. His slider always is going to cut, but the splitter, it's very unpredictable. You don't know if it's going to go this way, you don't know if it's going to go that way because of that low spin. And fastball averaged 98, splitter averaged 86, slider averaged 83. All these pitches have pretty elite profiles. This line here sort of signifies like MLB average. So his fastball's above it, splitter's below it, slider's away from it. The stuff plus on the splitter is a 127, which is very, very good. Fastball isn't anything off the charts. Slider's about average. So looking at all that, it's a pretty exciting prospect. I think that baseball has stumbled across some very good Japanese pitchers. There's still more to come. I remember we touched on some of these guys in short form over the fall, and I'm sure that more of them will be coming from Japan. Hopefully not all of them going to the Dodgers, because then it might just become Team Japan versus the MLB. But a dude like Sasaki, he's going to be dominant for a long time. I think his best days are ahead of him, and he's got great people around him, obviously, like Yamamoto, Ohtani. He looks up to those guys. Them being around him, it's going to make him that much better. I think over time, he will become an ace. He still has a little bit of work to do, but the raw potential and raw stuff is already there. And that's why he's going to be a very special pitcher for a very long time in Major League Baseball. Probably going to end up having a really big signing bonus as long as everything goes well. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. We're on a mission to reach 100,000 subscribers before 2026. I would greatly appreciate your support. If you've already been watching the videos lately, I appreciate all your support. I'm posting daily videos, and we're hoping to take this thing to the moon. So I thank you for all your support, and we'll see you next time.